I had always trusted her, or at least I thought I had. Over the past few months, though, something had shifted. Her laughter, once warm and inclusive, now felt selective, reserved for conversations I wasn't part of. Her phone, once casually left on the counter, now vanished into pockets and purses whenever I got near. And when I asked, carefully, gently, she would give me that smile that made my chest tighten. "You're being paranoid, Alex," she said one evening, slipping her phone into her bag as we left dinner. "I'm just talking to a friend. Why do you always assume the worst?" Her words stung, not because they were untrue, but because they carried the quiet accusation of jealousy. Me, Alex, the man who had spent a decade building a life with her, suddenly felt unreasonable. I tried to ignore it. I told myself I was overthinking. I buried myself in YouTube work, editing, filming, uploading, always stealing glances at her across the room, searching for any sign that she was truly present with me. But the doubt never left. Finally, one rainy Thursday, after hearing her laugh at another text I wasn't meant to see, I knew I couldn't ignore it any longer. I hired a private investigator. Guilt hit me immediately. This was the woman I loved, the one I had promised to protect and cherish. But this wasn't just about love. It was about survival. I needed to know if the life we had built was real or a lie. The investigator, a quiet man named Harris, moved with the subtlety of a shadow. Within days, the first set of photos arrived. My heart pounded as I opened the encrypted email, hands trembling. There she was, Lauren, close to another man, leaning in, whispering, laughing the way she used to with me when we first met. Except the warmth was gone. The familiarity was gone. I couldn't call her. I couldn't move. I just sat there, staring at the screen, disbelief crushing me from the inside out. The next morning, she found me in the kitchen, staring blankly at an untouched mug of coffee. "Alex, are you okay? You look off," she said, placing a hand on my shoulder. Her concern sounded genuine, or maybe that's what I wanted to believe. "We need to talk," I said, voice low and steady despite the shaking of my hands. I showed her the photos. Color drained from her face, replaced by something I couldn't read, a tangled mix of fear, guilt, and defiance. "You hired someone to follow me?" she asked, voice trembling, not with sorrow but challenge. "You don't trust me?" "I trusted you," I said, stepping closer. "But you've given me nothing but reasons to doubt. Explain this." She swallowed and looked away. "He's just a friend, Alex. It's not what you think. A friend who met her at hidden cafes. A friend she texted all night. A friend she laughed with in ways she never laughed with me." I felt my throat tighten. Every word tasted like acid. This wasn't jealousy anymore. This was truth. "I didn't want to hurt you," she whispered. "Realize what?" I demanded, voice breaking despite my efforts. "I've been seeing him," she admitted quietly. "It started months ago. I didn't plan it. I didn't want it, but I care about him." The words hit me like a physical blow. I stumbled, gripping the counter, chest burning, stomach churning. I wanted to scream, to cry, to run, but I couldn't. I just stared, numb. "You what?" I managed, voice trembling with disbelief and rage. "I'm sorry," she whispered, tears falling freely. "I didn't mean for this to happen. I loved you once, but it's different now." Everything I had worked for, every promise, every shared memory, fell hollow. My life, my heart, my trust shattered. I left that day. I drove aimlessly, rain streaking my windshield, trying to hold myself together. I thought of our first meeting, our wedding day, the plans we had made. How had it all dissolved so quietly, leaving only betrayal behind? For the first time in years, I felt utterly alone. Days passed. She tried to reach me, calls, texts, pleading, but I needed space. Space to breathe. Space to understand. Space to grieve. The house felt impossibly large when I returned. Echoes of laughter replaced by silence and suspicion. Then came the confrontation I hadn't wanted, but needed. "Alex, please," she said one night, cornering me in the living room, tears streaming. "I made a mistake." "No," I interrupted, voice steady till my heart broke. You didn't make a mistake. You made a choice, and that choice didn't include me. Her sobs filled the room. I didn't mean for this, she whispered. I know, I said, voice shaking, but not meaning to doesn't erase betrayal. Doesn't erase the nights I stayed awake wondering if you were laughing with him instead of me. The silence afterward was deafening. Desperation alone couldn't repair what had been lost. Every secret smile, every whispered message, every late-night meeting she shared with someone else hollowed my heart further. I didn't yell. I didn't scream. I just walked away. And in that finality, the cruel realization that love alone couldn't fix this, the truth hit harder than any betrayal before. Later, I filed for separation. I didn't want revenge. I didn't want to hurt her. I wanted truth. I wanted peace. And maybe someday, someone who wouldn't need secrets to feel alive. Someone who would laugh with me fully, openly, without hiding pieces of themselves in shadows. That night, alone in the apartment that had once held our shared life, I looked at my camera. Subscriber count was still low, numbers meaningless compared to the life lessons I'd learned. I smiled faintly, weary but wiser, and whispered, please help me hit 5,000 subscribers. Because if nothing else, I could still create something honest, something mine, something real, from the ruins of a love that was never fully